welcome back to Multi to One podcast. I'm Erin,
I'm Amy.
I'm Jess.
and we're here for the chaos that was the Qatar Grand Prix of 2024.
Yes.
But before we get into actual Qatar, like the F1 and stuff, we're going to talk about F2. Because what a weekend for Ollie Behrman and Paul Aaron that it's been.
Literally his third win.
He was really emotional on the radio. Did you guys get to see the radio message?
Yeah, he brought
Yeah.
Carlo up on the podium with him. Oh,
I nearly started crying.
I was like,
But I
oh.
think the man of the moment was Paul Aaron.
Paul Aaron,
Right.
always.
Definitely.
We love Paul
First
Aaron.
win. Merch sold out in 8 minutes and became an Alpine reserve in the span of what, 3 days?
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? You slay.
What a weekend for that man. What a weekend for the F2 drivers in general.
No, literally, F2 had such a good weekend this.
And there's now like, what, a half a point difference between the top two in the championship?
Yeah, no, it's scary.
That's
It's-
mortifying.
Yeah, it's getting close.
Fucking a bit too close. So let's just get straight into the sprint of this weekend.
Yes, fine.
Obviously, Lando came in clutch with the sprint pole,
Yes.
but we're not going to talk about that just yet. I want to take a minute to appreciate Oscar Piastri.
Oscar, the man that you are, honestly,
How he held off George Russell that entire time, I will never ever know.
I am so proud of him. And then you have Lando switching the positions.
The 1-2 swap was like the cutest thing ever.
I was like, oh, and he said he'd been planning it since Brazil, and I was like,
I like how they work together. It was really
They
nice.
always will.
they're good to each other. They're good teammates to each other.
Yeah. Again, Mark Webber is a manager, bro. Like, you're gonna be treated well.
Real though, like Mark's not letting anything get past him.
Absolutely not. So, onto the quali. George got his second pole position within 2 races. More on that later because we got a lot about that.
Yeah, man.
Liam Lawson, right,
He's got
thinking
issues.
that it was Fernando Alonso trying to crash into him.
Why would it be Fernando, man? We all know. We're all
We
well
get
aware.
they two have beef, but
We're all aware who's the one that actually does the crashing, you know. So
and it's Stroll.
yeah,
Why are we not surprised?
if we see an Aston Martin and you see a car that looks like it's going to crash, it's always going to be Stroll.
If you see an Aston Martin in the wall, it's Lance. Simple as that.
Literally, right? Like, it's always going to be Lance.
But going back to George's pole position, right? Max Verstappen finally having a crash out.
I've been waiting for Mad Max to be back. Been waiting so
I've got
long.
the quote up of what he said. You and your FIA mates, I hope you're happy with what you've done.
Literally, like
Brother.
the position swap. Max got pole, got swapped to Russell.
But like, I'm gonna be so for real. Max was in the racing lines. He
Yeah, exactly. But we've saw the drama that's even continued to be this weekend, which we'll talk about next week.
we'll
But
talk about that next week because I need to get all the screenshots.
We saw the drama from last weekend, and it was like Max calling Russell two-faced.
Yeah, he called him like he's lost all respect for him and stuff. Like
And how he's always nice on camera, but he's two-faced behind it, and how he doesn't understand how someone can. He's never had somebody sit and push for another driver to get a penalty that hard.
yeah, which is really weird. But also, can we take a second to talk about? I hate to say his name, but Christian Horner and his cheeky radio
I loved it.
of George's iconic line of "Yabba dabba doo."
I'm not gonna lie. I loved it.
Now, don't get me wrong, I really don't like Christian Horner for a multitude of reasons, but that was actually quite a funny day.
So funny. I was I'm not a fan of Horner either, but I was all here for it that time. That one time I was
Absolutely.
like cheering him on. Like, you know
No.
what? On you go.
On to the main race.
Yeah, oh my god, I actually can't. This race drove me mad.
Safety car in the first lap.
When was there
That's
not a
even what's gonna
safety
be
car?
here. Safety car first lap.
There was a safety car
Instantly.
about 20 times though, like, I
There
swear.
was a total of 3 safety cars.
Like,
First one was caused by Hulkenberg, Ocon, and Colapinto, Stroll, Joe, and Albon. Both of them. I have quotes from Albon and Joe actually. Alex Albon said down the team radios, "I knew he was gonna do it," referring to Stroll.
yeah.
And Zhou Guanyu, my absolute goat of this race, came in and went, "Mate, this Aston, what the..." Can't say that because I won't get community service.
Oh, no, yeah, the swearing ban might not be as present in Formula 1 at the moment, but it's very much
Yeah.
present for us.
And again, arguments with Aussies and Kiwis as Valtteri Bottas and Liam Lawson. The Instagram story?
I loved it so much.
The name dropping dog.
Like, can we also talk about, like, Bottas's all in caps? It was like
My man was
screamed at us.
mad.
He was raging.
He's fully screamed at us, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, sure.
Exactly. And we also got 2 penalties. Well, 2 things getting sent to the stewards within, like, the formation lap. I think it was a formation lap, or it was during one of the safety cars.
Yeah, Lewis's
So one was the
false start.
formation lap, and one was during the safety car. We had Lewis Hamilton's jump start, which Karma, who said that, and Oscar Piastri's pit lane overtake,
Literally.
which he was still on racing lines. He could overtake. It wasn't fully in the pit lane yet. I don't care.
I think it was fine.
I think it's
Exactly.
fine.
Both Aston Martins on penalties.
Yeah, do you know what I think? The FIA really cracked down this time round. Like, I swear to God,
Yeah.
the FIA were on a madness.
They were on a mission this time.
Like, this race was a horror to watch. Like, so entertaining, but such a horror to watch.
I've never had such bad anxiety watching a race until I was watching Qatar. Like, oh
I was,
my god.
I was actually going mad. Like,
Qatar is always fun.
and then while we're on the topic of how Lewis got a penalty, right? More on Lewis. So what do you mean he asked Mercedes to retire the car? Right? Asked Mercedes to retire the car, they go no, right? And then Mercedes go, come in and retire the car. Lewis Hamilton keeps driving. My petty king, honestly, I would do the exact same.
He's not taking anything from them right now. It's the final. It was what, like the second last race of the season.
I
He's
don't
not
blame
gonna
him.
listen to that.
He has
You
not
can
been
tell.
treated right. Like, I'm gonna be here. Listen, I'm a Max fan. Let me put that out there before I even speak. But Mercedes have treated Hamilton so badly. Like,
Yeah.
as of recently, and I'm not here for it.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think any of us are here for that.
You can tell Lewis is so fed up, and it's a shame.
Yeah, like, even in interviews and stuff, it just feels so sad to watch him.
I feel so bad for him because the car's not doing him justice.
No,
The strategies aren't doing him justice.
Like, bring that man to Ferrari, right? I know our strategies are...
Neither is your car.
Our car's better than Mercedes, though, somehow.
That is true.
So, at least he'll have a better car. He might not have a good strategy. Well, you never know.
Yeah.
So,
And for everybody who has a little bit of negative feelings around Liam Lawson, 10-second penalty.
oh, I cheered.
Chef kiss. Chef kiss is all I gotta say on that, right?
I cheered. That's all I will say.
He deserved it. He really did deserve it,
He
though.
so deserved it. I was waiting for it, and I was like, yes.
While unsafe driving is a very big topic in this sport, what do you mean Albon's mirror just came off?
It came
Yep.
off and then just stayed on the
And-
track.
They waited for like another 4 laps to bring out.
The second safety car.
To be
Yeah.
but to be fair,
And
to be able to get that mirror off the track, there was no safe way for it to be done.
And then Bottas ran over it. And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure
Bottas, Sainz and Hamilton ran over it.
and Hamilton, yeah.
So they all got like
Punctured.
Punctured.
Bottas got minor damage. Sainz and Hamilton got punctures.
Actually, yeah, but and then there was also a thing about Sainz's Ferrari said something about how it actually didn't do much for Sainz, and it was him running over the curbs.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But we're
But
talking about cars just not working. Sergio, mate. Sergio. Like, man, I know you have a reputation for just not being a good driver at Red Bull.
he was in points.
But how does your car just stop in the middle of the track?
He was in points. He was actually going to get points, mate. He was
He
going
was gonna get points.
He just decided, nah, I'm good.
Bro had a feeling he was just gonna get sacked anyway and was like, you know what, I'm done. And then right after Perez stops, Nico Hulkenberg ends up in the gravel.
Yeah, right. So, like,
How?
we've saw this multiple times this season as well.
Don't be slandering Nico Hulkenberg.
I love
right, that's my
Nico
goal. Don't
Hulkenberg.
start.
Okay, I love Nico Hulkenberg.
That's my goal. Don't start.
I love him. Don't worry. But
Since Perez had stopped and Nico ended up in the gravel, that obviously brought out the yellow flags.
oh my god.
And one of the, in my opinion, worst FIA rules to be brought out.
Yeah, like
10-second stop and go penalty to Lando Norris for not seeing
For
or
not-
paying attention,
for not
as they
lifting
worded
off.
it in the document, to the yellow flag.
yeah, he didn't lift off. He got a 10-second stop and go, which cost him ultimately like 30 seconds in the pits.
It
which-
was roughly about 30 seconds.
that ruined his race completely.
Yeah, but at least he got back into like 1 point.
Yeah, at least he got something, you know, like it could have been a lot worse. But at the
Yeah.
same time,
While we're on the topic of pits, right, like the pit lane in general, Alex Albon with the 1 4 second pit stop.
yeah, what is going on over there?
Brother.
Honestly,
Carlos, man, you still have a chance. Carlos, you can leave.
Carlos, man, I'm like, just don't do it
It's
to
not
yourself.
2025 yet, man.
Like, find.
It's not 2025. You can come
I
back,
heard
please.
there's another RBC open, Carlos. Honestly, like,
Well, I mean, it's not confirmed yet. There's some rumours that we'll talk about in the next section, but
yeah, there is.
but,
But for now,
for now, we'll keep that hush hush. But George Russell getting a safety car infringement on the third safety car was something I never expected.
and something I laughed at. Sorry,
I think we all had a good giggle at that. Like, let's be for real.
literally, I was like, ha ha ha,
Yeah.
karma.
But can we take a second to appreciate the beloved, amazing man that is Zhou Guanyu for a second?
My-
Because 4 points,
My driver of the day.
the driver of the day, he was amazing. He dragged that Sauber up there.
He did
He
amazingly.
ate my king.
And the fact we had Bottas in points for a solid lap.
Mm,
But the fact that both Saubers were there, you know,
I know.
I was like, what is going on?
But honestly, I've been saying this for ages. Zhou Guanyu is such an underrated driver and he actually deserves the world. Like,
I am very happy to have him as a reserve next year. Very happy.
I think any Ferrari fan would be.
Yes.
While driver rumours are on the topics, did everybody see the Red Bull shop shenanigans?
Oh my god, yeah. You're like, what we did here? Bottas?
I mean, Bottas did say he would love to drive for Red Bull and he thinks he'd be a great teammate with Max because he obviously knows how to sacrifice himself for championships.
Oh yeah, we've all saw that
Lewis
before.
Hamilton.
Yeah. No, but like, the fact, yeah. Like, I opened Twitter, I saw a picture of the Red Bull shop with Perez, Verstappen, and Bottas. And I was like, one of these doesn't belong here.
And it's Perez.
So,
But I think Bottas in that Red Bull seat would be amazing because he does deserve to be in like a really good team.
I need to see Bottas be in a good team again. Like, he deserves it.
Please.
Get
I
that
miss his
man out of
Mercedes
Sauber.
days.
He was
Yeah,
the goat at
same.
Mercedes.
He was so good. It's just a shame that he sacrificed himself so much. Like,
It genuinely reminds me of Nico Hulkenberg because that man is so talented. Great driver. So talented, right?
yeah.
Just chooses really bad teams.
Like, I want Bottas in that Red Bull seat alongside Max Verstappen. I want to see Bottas thrive again. We
need Bottas Prime back. We need like Prime Bottas back. Like, come on,
he
dog.
deserves it. That man deserves it.
Just don't get rid of the mustache, please. I've gotten
No.
too used to it.
No, don't.
So
Like,
real.
Seeing photos in the Mercedes days is like a genuine mini jump scare.
yeah, right?
We
Okay.
love our Aussie King.
our adoptive Aussie king.
I mean,
So-
Amy can take the next one if she wants to.
Amy, you want to take the next one?
Do I?
Who's not racing this week, Amy?
Esteban Ocon?
How you feeling?
not. I understand it all, but I would have liked to see Ocon race in Abu Dhabi, but we can't have everything, can we?
Customized helmet. He had a customized helmet.
Don't
The
even
helmets
get me
I've
started
seen.
on that.
I was
The
like,
Abu Dhabi
oh.
helmets for this season have been stunning.
They are, right? Like, oh, we'll talk about them
George
next.
Russell's did nearly make me cry today.
Yeah, no, you'll hear our opinions on that next week. But it's,
I sobbed a better.
I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I didn't cry because it's George Russell and I refused to let myself even think about him long enough. But
Yeah.
um,
I've just remembered I can't slander George Russell or I'm going to get like in a lot of trouble with one of my friends.
yeah, exactly.
Sorry!
But I can.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But do you think Doohan's going to do well this weekend?
You know what? I hope he does. I hope
I kind of hope he does.
he does, just for the sole sake of, well, Ocon's not into race, so do something.
Yeah.
Like, prove
Yeah.
your own worth, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So as we're filming this at 7 minutes past 9 at night on the media day of Abu Dhabi, let's get the bets in for the podiums, shall we? Who's going to be the final podium?
Max Charles Oscar.
Right, Amy?
I say the same thing every
Okay.
week.
I'm gonna say Max, Lando. Oh, Carlos.
I'm saying Lando, Oscar, Carlos. So we can win the World Constructors by just that bit because
Actually,
I'm
no,
saying
I
Carnegie
changed.
win.
I changed my guess.
Go on.
I'm
Okay.
going Max Charles Carlos.
Okay.
I'm not having any McLaren
Optimistic.
boys on that podium. Thank you very
Speaking
much.
of the constructors, who's winning?
McLaren.
Damn right we are.
Because, in my honest opinion, right, our car is so bad. And our
It's
car is also not suited to Abu Dhabi at all. It never has been. We've never been strong in Abu Dhabi. So, in all honesty, so be it. But it's fine.
Yeah, because it would be the first McLaren constructors win
But
since 1998. But if Ferrari win, it would be the first one since 2008.
But you know what? At the
Yeah.
end of the day, get Charles and Pete in runner-up for that World Championship, and you guys can have the constructors. I'll take it. Okay, we can make that deal. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talking about Abu Dhabi for one quick sec, I really hope that Lewis gets a good race.
Oh, me
Oh my
too.
god, like we.
Um,
I
I
actually
hope
do.
Nico and K-Mag do really well.
I hope K-Mag goes nuts. I hope K-Mag goes like a bowling pin. Like,
We've seen the photo, gonna get Nico a podium, and it's like the bowling ball with the Haas logo on it.
and yeah, and I was like,
yeah.
Kevin, please a bag. Like, you go bowling. I've said this all year, and pretty much. I'm like, I want Kevin to go bowling in Abu Dhabi.
I have a really weird feeling we're gonna get Zhou Guanyu in the points again.
Would love to see
Oh,
it.
I have a
Please.
really weird feeling we're gonna get that.
I hope
Also, Liam Lawson DNF. That's my prediction.
so.
He's just gonna go straight in the wall.
I hope
like
it's
Perez
just.
style.
I hope it's
No,
just
he's gonna pull a
Liam.
stroll and lose it on the formation lap.
I hope it's just
We-
Liam, and I hope it is in the formation lap.
Should we give
Liam and
DNF
George actually.
predictions then?
DNF predictions. I've got Liam Lawson.
Liam Lawson and George
Okay.
Russell. Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna go for Perez, Stroll, and Lawson.
Oh yeah,
I'll rate that.
yeah. Perez and Stroll are very good
Mm.
shit.
Good bets, yeah.
Who's getting a penalty then?
Oh, I was going to say Ocon. Jesus.
I'm saying Ocon. Doohan then. Doohan's gonna take him to the team now.
No, I think, you know what? I think with how the last race went and how strict the FIA are going to be, I'm going, hear me out here, I'm going Lando, Albon, Bottas,
Free my
Hulkenberg,
boy Albon from Williams, by the way.
Alonso.
Yeah.
Can I just?
Because of the way that the FIA are going, by the way, like from the last race, I think Colapinto will get a penalty.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Like I
Just
think
because I feel like he's not really like
half the
Not
drivers
really
are going.
done anything too
Was it-
serious.
really
Was it-
had his moment.
Williams
to
only has
that.
one front wing, right? Like,
Yeah, they've only got one front wing left.
Yep.
so if
Imagine they both crash in like the qualifying.
oh no, that'd be.
You're gonna say that and then it happens and everyone's gonna blame you.
You know what? Also, I want Alpine to keep their 6th place in constructors. Keep their 30 million.
Yeah, let them have
I
that.
say that so casually, so that's just
happy with
not
that.
like a lot of money. I'm like, yeah, it's only
Yeah.
30 million. Like,
Give Pierre Gasly a good car.
oh my god, I beg. Like, it's driving me mad. Just have that man.
It's
in
hard
good
being a
car.
Pierre Gasly fan nowadays, man.
Literally.
It's difficult.
It's a struggle out here, people.
Really is a struggle.
Because I don't know how
Well-
much longer I can do this for.
Oh, same, man. Well, I think that's all of the chaos in Qatar covered.
I think so too, in all honesty. I
Well-
think we covered it well.
Yeah, so we'll see you next week for Abu Dhabi. We all will be engraving.
Yes.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye.